Well, good morning. I guess it's towards the end of the morning here, and we are in the Hollywood Hills, Pacific Palisades, California, for the final round of the 2021 Tinseltown Open. I'm your host, Tenacious Earl, and we are going to follow the leaders through the back nine here at Riviera. You'll notice here on the cards it says Sunset Canyon Country Club. This is a fictional representation of Riviera using the game History Maker Golf by Play Games, Play, for anybody who's uninitiated with the company. They make a series of games where some of their games, their games I would say are based on statistics, but are not necessarily intended to create the most statistically representative, thus the history maker, because there are ways to modify your, if you're doing replays or whatever you want to do with baseball, or in this case golf, there are injuries generated that can completely change the course of history, thus history maker. But still, it's a rather instructive series of games. They have Blast, History Maker and Blast are the two, we'll say, models or systems that they've incorporated into various games. And then they also have Second Season, which we played here on the channel as well for football. So American football, we'll put it at that. One moment. Thank you to those who checked out the got notifications on my. I don't need those on my iPad right now. The Phillies game that I put out earlier in the week, that was not a live stream, just a recording, and it went pretty well. So what was I saying? We're gonna play the rest of this tournament here. I'm starting with our first group, which will be here, the Bingen Garcia Magallanes group. This is a B tier tournament, so pretty healthy field for this one. And as you can see here, as we reach this particular juncture in the tournament, Yun Lee Song and Parker Melton and Enrique Magallanes are all tied for the lead, minus 14. 3-round leader Newt Washburn is 2 over par on his round through 6 holes, and has dropped out of that lead. So he's got some work to do to get back towards the top of the leaderboard. But I came on here now because I was playing through this, and things are relatively condensed at the moment. And I thought, okay, well, let's see how this. Let's see how. And again, these are so. Anybody who's new to the Tenacious Golf Tour, this is a fictional tour, so you will not notice any of these names from your weekend leaderboards watching the tour. But we have quite a history. We have in the third to last group Dustin Emmerich, who has been sort of a mainstay stalwart, kind of has a little bit of a maybe a Mickelson feel at this point, or I'm trying to think of who else. I'd say, I don't know, Justin Rose. Justin Rose is never as successful on the PGA Tour as Dustin Emmerich. Not Tiger Woods-ish, but maybe. Emmerich is British, but anyway, so we have a guy who was a clear favorite for a year plus, and now we have a guy. Now we kind of have this transition period where we're going between. So Trent McAdams last year won the tournament. He's also in that group with Emmerich, won the tour points lead, and he is still rated very well. As you can see here today, he is tied for fourth. He's only one back. So it's kind of wide open right here as we head to 10, which in terms of Riviera Country Club is one of interesting. Like, I think I had I'm going to see what's happening up here with I mean, looks like it's still going. There's about the design, how it's changed, how it's also somewhat remained the same. I guess this is still going. Yeah, my chat just kind of dropped out there for a second. So anyway, so we're going to start here with this group. Tora Bingen, who is Norwegian. Celestino Garcia, who has clawed back. He was he had 3 birdies in his first 6 holes. Also threw a birdie in there as well. But now he's kind of clawed his way back. He's 1 under par on his round, and as you can see, he's 2 behind. And then Enrique Magallanes, who is in the lead, 3 under par on his round. And so it's going to be Garcia to play this 10th hole at the first. So I do have my chat window up here. Please feel free to say hello, drop a line, comment, whatever you want to do. But anyway, about the 10th, it's a little dogleg right, very short, 315 yards, drivable for just about everybody on tour nowadays. Interestingly, for it being drivable, there's no direct indication on here, and that is because the green kind of slopes from front to back. It's very well guarded, and if you watch the video on YouTube, maybe I'll link it if I remember in the comments after the fact. What was I going to say? Yeah, you'll get a little bit of that. So that's a great question. So Mark Russell, he's been. Let's see. I got to find the right window that I have open. Okay. Yeah. My current points leader is Elaine Zelderloo, and I think the best way to do this would be to put this over here. And let's see if I can. Is this going to look all right? Not too bad. There we go. So Zelderloo has won a tournament. He won, I believe it was just the last. No, Flynn Glenn won the last one we had. So Zelderloo won maybe the Rattler. So the points leader is Zelderloo. The money winner right now is Su Cheng Tien, Taiwanese golfer. And you have Fonseca and Justice Kramer. So you got an American there in the top 5, but it's a rather international feel right now for that. So that's where the state rankings are. Let's see, Emmerich. For those who might be interested in the guys who've been around for a while, actually what we have is we do have the points rankings on the scoreboard here, so we can see how certain guys are faring at the moment. McAdams is at 35. I would expect he's going to go up here with this one. Hi, Brandon. Yeah, so we're going to get going here with this 10th hole, and it's going to be Celestino Garcia. And I changed the leaderboard setup a little bit. I'm hoping that this is faster response as we go. But Not that that makes a whole lot of difference to anybody but me, but I like to see things happen in a timely manner. So Garcia will be the first to play here as he's on 3 birdies in a row. And I have a leaner on the... So I'm going to... And I don't know, it's like an equal leaner, so I'm going to roll it again here, and it's a 5. So, C335 on a par 4 chart is going to give... is he king? He's semi-king. The decider die says yes. Okay, so he's going to get a blue chip. He smashes it down the fairway, and the gallery lets out a hearty hey, and then it goes to the gallery cheers chart on the green 3. Is he a hero or champion? Garcia is a hero, so he'll have an easy birdie putt. To get to minus 13, Garcia needs a 1 to 4, and it's a 5, so he misses that. So now a gimme birdie, or a gimme par, excuse me, and he'll make that. Needed anything but 3 6s makes a gimme, but that's a par. Stops his birdie streak. Could have used the chip. He had 2. I probably should have used one of them. Make it gimme, but oh well. Hindsight is often 20/20, right? All right, so Magallanes. That is a white 2, which means it's the golfer control, and then it's 116. Checks his wood rating. If he's a duffer and he's not, and is he soft? No. So it'll be a moderate putt for birdie. If he were soft, he'd have a gimme. All right, so Magallanes, 1 to 2 is a birdie. It's a 4. So now that leads to an easy par, which is the high roll, which means anything but 6s. And it is a par made. Can be a birdie hole, but also can be much worse. So here's Tora Bingen. He is 51st in the money rankings, and that should get a nice cash. Well, it's a point rankings, but he'll get a nice cash infusion after this one. Even if he finishes in the top 20, it'll be a nice payday for him. 1, 3, 6. He's not a duffer or a scatter, and he's not a hero either. So we go to mood, and his mood is poor. I should find a way on this leaderboard to have an indication of that for you guys. I don't think it real. I have yet to do that. I guess I could throw something down on, but he is. His mood is stormy. I believe that was from a pre-game roll. So from the stormy, we have a green 6, which means he's not sunny. It means it's a difficult par. We have to roll on a 1 to 3 for him to make par, or it's going to be an untimely bogey for Bingen. Oh, he does make it. A good par. Everybody pars 10. And so there's that. All right. We're going to be here till probably 2 o'clock, which is good because I want to catch the Phillies game at 4, and they took one on the chin to the Braves yesterday, and now it's going to be Trent McAdams, reigning tour champion, playing the 9th, and he's got some chips, and he's going to use one here, and now he's going to see if it's a daunting hole, it takes 2 blue chips, which you earn from clutch putting and gallery cheers mostly. Those are, and also wow rolls. But anyway, 2 chips for a daunting. For a semi-daunting, you need to find out if it is daunting. So the semi-daunting means we roll a decider die, and we got not. If it's dot, it's is daunting. If it's not, it isn't. So anyway, it's not. So 1 chip is enough. So he gets control now. It's a little. He has a 1 or a 2 there on the difficulty. degree of difficulty of the hole to be able to have gotten control of it anyway, but this takes another leaner there, so we're going to re-roll this one. Okay, 4, 4, 5 goes from 2, might have been 2, 3, 4, goes to 4, 4, 5. Anyway, it looked like it could have been 2, 3, 4 if it had just fallen down on its side. But anyway, is McAdams hot? He's semi-hot, and the dot says yes, so he's going to get he can't earn a blue chip because he spent one, but that's gallery. Cheers. We go to green 4 on the chart, and it's utility. He's not a utility guy, so it's a moderate putt for birdie. A 1 to 2 would move McAdams into a tie for the lead. 1 or 2, and it's a 6, so that leaves an easy par, and he makes it. Now, Ian Robards, you can see a little XC at the top. He has extra control. We have 2 guys. We also have Washburn. I don't think either of them have hit the white 4, which would grant control. Well, that's a white 6. That's a patient par. And on most holes, you're just going to take your par and a blue chip. If it's a double cordial, you get a birdie with no chip. But all right, now Dustin Emmerich. So Robards, British, and he is out of the top 100. So this is a welcome, good showing from him. Now Dustin Emmerich, previous tour champion. This is a big clout group here. 115. So the white 1, we look here and it's not in this list. It's 3, 4, 5 would go off of this, and then you take black and silver. If it's not on this, then you take the 3 that are not white colored, and you put them in ascending order to 1, 2, 5. Is Emmerich a bomber? He is. It's long, and we're going to go to special short game. And the green 5, is he stone? He's not stone, so he gets a moderate birdie putt out of this. So his length gets in there. So Emmerich is 2 behind. He needs a 1 or a 2. Not going to use blue chips at this point. You can make your putts easier if you have chips. But instead, he's going to try for a 1 or a 2. And it's a 4. So that's a miss. Now an easy par. And the book just went to the floor, and he makes the par. Slipped out of my lap. Okay. And I also wanted to mention, as far as the APBA game that I played earlier in the week. At the end, the audio was pretty rough. It was low, and then there was this almost sounded like an audience in the background. Well, it was because I had Strat PC running, and the game was still running. That's how I had the box score up. And because of that, it kind of added a level of sort of a white noise sound that drowned out the mic. And where I had the mic position wasn't great either, so my voice was pretty low, and you had this sort of, sounded like I was in a tunnel or somewhere else. So apologies for that. I've kind of repositioned the mic a little bit, and I'm hoping, and I might do it again at another point, because even the place I put it right here isn't quite perfect, but we'll see. So, all right, well, to 8, kind of a moderate to difficult par 4 here, 433 yards, excuse me, and it'll be Parker Melton, who is tied for the lead, who is going to be having the honor. So we will, this one has a split fairway. A number of progressive ideas on this course, including that 10th, which it was, if you watch that video, it turns out it's one of the first that was designed to be sort of a potential drivable par 4, although maybe originally the designer didn't mean it for that purpose, but it quickly became that. And but anyway, so Melton does not have extra control, so that 4 doesn't mean anything. It's going to be 56 and we look at Golf Cam course. So Golf Cam course, green 6 for a par 4. Is it a daunting hole? We see it is not. So it's going to be a clutch birdie putt for Melton. And Melton has some chips. He's going to use one. Now he just needs to avoid a green 6. He's going to turn himself gold. And he makes the putt. So into the lead goes Parker Melton on the 8th. So with the obviously with all of the stuff going on with recording, etc., there is a significant lag in let's see, so McAdams finished, I think it's because of my iPad lost connection. So maybe once that gets back into the swing of things here, we will have an update of the leaderboard. So just a second here, Brandon. Yeah, thank you. Hopefully my presentation can be, I can keep it on the positive side of things. The previous one I did was a little bit of a up and down campaign, so to speak. It's interesting that it's my iPad that's trying to refresh this thing, and it was going earlier. Well, yeah, but it's not a newer version because I didn't change anything. Let's see. Come on there, boy. Oh. Technology. All right, so everybody's had pars except Melton. So I'm going to close this out, and if I have to reload it here, it might. Let's see. It says enjoying Excel. Well, I would be if you would just do what you're supposed to do with OneDrive. So it would. Huh. I'd have to assume that because I have a bunch of data running through. All right, well, I have Plan B, which for me, Plan B becomes I'm going to use my cell phone data, create a hotspot, and I'll do it that way. Then I'm not even going to be using the. All right, so let's see. Let's go with. Make sure I put it on the. Put on the charger here, so all right, and let's see. one more time here. I'm going to close it out, reopen it. Okay, well, then the next thing that happens sometimes is that they shove an update down that you don't know about. Nope, I have the latest version. Maybe OneDrive is being dumb drive today. I don't know. It's possible. Well, I'm going to keep going here, and eventually it will update. Or I'll figure something else out, I guess. All right, so Ernest Kamalo, South African, is next to play. He is currently, well, 3 behind now because Melton has birdied. And it's going to be course control 23, which is going to be the rough in 2. Green 2. Is he a master? No, he's not, so he'll have a moderate par putt. And it's a 6, so he misses. Sorry for bumping the camera. Misses the moderate par now. Easy bogey. He'll make that, but that's going to drop him a shot. He's going to go to -11. All right. Looks to me like I'm going to need to close this completely and put the changes on the laptop here. These were all these were pars. These were pars. This was a birdie. And Kamalo just bogeyed. All right. So now, so that's the way it's supposed to look. Now let's see if I can okay, I think we are good to go now. I think everything is synced up. I think I must have done something. Maybe it was when I was making leaderboard changes. Because I changed got rid of a couple things, and maybe in the process of doing that, it got out of sync. So, all right, I think we are good now, and I think the last thing I'm going to do is remove I'm going to get rid of the hotspot and rejoin my home network. I think it just got out of sync. So hopefully now things will work out. All right, so now up is going to be Yunli Song, who just watched his playing partner move ahead of him by a stroke, and so Lee Song with a chance here. He's gonna use one of his chips to take control of this. He's obviously in real golf they'd both be playing at the same time. But let's see, 1, 2, 6, par 4 chart. It's not a direct green. He's not stone, so we go to mood, and his mood is neutral. So the green 6 is he's sunny, so he's not. So it's going to be a difficult putt for par for Yunli Song. So not the way he had planned that out. It needs a 1 to 3, and he makes a par. So So are we going to be back into... It says it's uploaded. This is weird. Yunli Song. They're all supposed to be through 8, and it says through 7. Why would that be? That's kind of kooky. Everything was working just fine. Alright. Gonna have to do a little... AL12. E through M. Why is everything... Oh, that's why. E through M, E through M, E through M. So I don't, I copied and pasted things that I should have been more careful about. F through N. P through X. Okay, so what did I say? It was F, so G through O. Q through X, Y. And then lastly, so E, F, G, H, O, P, O, T, okay, well, that should do. Let me just double check the... That's not right either. O, P, Q, R. O, P, Q, R. Okay. That's better. Let's see. M, M, N, O, P. All right, we should be in good shape now. It's always fun when you try and do things spiffy. Okay, I think we are ready to move along here. Apologies for all of these delays. Technology is often, sometimes it even cooperates and you don't even realize it. All right, so to the lead group here, and we've taken about half an hour to go through, 40 minutes to go through one time through the order here. So did I say 2 o'clock? It might be more like 3 o'clock. So first up is going to be Justin Wallace, who is 2 behind Melton at the moment. We go back to 7, which is a 408-yard par 4. It's a tough driving hole, has a hump in the preferred area. It can put the ball into the branca. So, but Wallace will have control on this hole with a white 2. So then 136 is, he's not a duffer or scatter guy. Is he a hero? No. So we go to mood. His mood's normal, and it's a green 6. So he's not sunny, so he needs a difficult par putt to remain 2 back. And he makes it 1-3. So that's a par for Justin Wallace. Greer Copeland, the 3rd now. He's in the top 30 in the points. It's going to be 14. He's put it into the bunker. The ball kicks into the branca, as we heard. Kind of a scrubby, brushy area, but he's not chunky, so he gets a wow result, which is going to be not only a good lie, but he hits a really good shot out of this. And so then we re-roll the white die on the wow chart. That's a 6, so that's going to mean a difficult birdie. So, difficult birdie putt. He's going to try and make it. Needs it to re-roll a 1 here on the green die. Misses that. Now it's a moderate par, 1-5. And he holes that out for par. And now Newt Washburn, who had the lead heading into the final round here, but he's had a struggle of it. And he gets his extra control, so it'll be 3-4-6 instead of a semi-daunting course control result. So let's see where he goes from here. 3-4-6. Bomber or dynamic? No. So he's over the green. Short game check. Green 6. He is not stone, so it's a difficult putt for par. To stay at -12 and to hang on to this leader, he makes the putt. All right, so we've gotten through our first iteration around. So it took a little while. Make sure everything is updating here. Yep, Washburn through 7. And I'm going to go get a quick drink out of the fridge. So, again, we will be here a while today, so just let's pace ourselves. So perhaps next week I will embark on trying to use what I've built in SQL Studio to create some more interactive tools for looking at career stats, etc., etc. Kind of wanted to get along in this tour, and that's kind of why I took a break from that, doing more design work, to just go ahead and start playing more and get some more data to add. to kind of like round out some of the point stuff and how it updates, how my tournament templates. So I have an Excel sheet that runs, and there's data that gets pulled into it, and just to see how it all kind of meshes together, and it's going pretty well at the moment. So, all right, let's take a look here at the 11th par 5. I believe that there are 2 par 5s on the back nine. This is a par 71 course, if I recall correctly. So the front nine, we only had a single par 5. This is a long par 5, almost 600 yards. You have to make a choice between, probably in today's golfer, it says, see, they put in here, golfers must decide to drive over the Barranca. I'm guessing that by this time, almost everybody will be trying to drive over, because if you don't, it's like if you don't hit the ball 300 yards, you are probably not making the tour anymore. Actually, it might be more like 320. So anyway, Celestino Garcia coming off a little bit of a disappointing par there at 10. He had a chance at birdie. He's going to go for it. Let's see. Okay, 355. We go to the par 5 chart and see what this is going to check. He's a semi-king, no dot. Okay, not utility, not a hacker, so we go to experience. Green 5, he's going to not be a prospect, so this is a moderate birdie chance. So he has another one. Last one was easy. This is moderate, so this is 1 to 2. Can he get a 1 or a 2? It's a 4, so he misses the moderate birdie. An easy par, and he will stay at minus 12. Who's next? Okay. Magallanes, who is on a good round so far. We would love to get another birdie here and rejoin the lead. This is a hole to do it. But it's a 5, and 46 is going to be in the trees in 1. So, unfortunate roll there. Trees in 1, green 4. Is he a master? No. Barely makes the green in regulation, a double difficult putt for birdie. So he's going to have to lag this, and he's going to have to settle for a par. Whoops. Well, we don't have to bother rolling the black die because we already know he didn't. There's no difference in the lag roll besides just saying, okay, it goes from double difficult birdie to easy par. I didn't need to roll decider. But yeah, it's a par. And now Tora Binga. Bingen, excuse me. Tora Bingen. One, 2, 2, par 5 chart. Is he a Duffer Wood guy? No. Utility iron? No. Not a hacker either. So now a moderate birdie putt. So another 1 to 2 putt. And he misses that with a 6. So now easy par. Everybody pars 11. Can be a birdie hole, but not for that group there. Let's see. So Zelderloo is trying to see if he might have got the week off. Let's see. Elaine Zelderloo. Yeah, he's off this week, as are Justice Kramer, Chico Fonseca, and Su Cheng Tien. So none of them made this tournament, so that's why we aren't seeing any of them. But this becomes a tournament for some of these mainstays to possibly get back to the top and get a victory. All right, so back to 10, and it'll be Trent McAdams. 35 is Golf Cam Course on a cordial hole. That's a very good chance for a birdie, and it's not daunting with the green 6, so it will be a clutch birdie putt. Now he's neutral, so he's going to take a blue chip. He's have to spend it anyway. He's going to try and, rather than double up, he's going to try and make this 1-5, and it's a 6. Would have lost the chip anyway, so now easy par. So Ian Robards. One over par on his round today. He also ends up, and he's going to end up in the bunker in 1, and then you can't see the green die up here. It's 5. In the bunker. Oh, wait a minute. McAdams was clutch, so we didn't have to worry about this guy, but we are here. Bunker in 1. Is he sandy? Semi-sandy with a dot. Okay, so he's going to have a difficult, but we have this designation here, which means it goes 1 degree higher putt. So difficult up to double difficult. So Robards will lag it, and then an easy par. Since we're doing fictional here, maybe next season I'll make an adjustment to the rules that I use and say that someone with extra control, someone with extra control on a single course control hole, the white 5 becomes their friend, so to speak. I'm sure that Keith made it the way he did for a reason. So, but it could also be because of trying to make the game relatively accurate, and that increases the accuracy. But with a bunch of fictional golfers, I'm not sure if it's quite that important. So Emmerich gets 1-3-4. Direct green. If that had been direct, this would have been a hole to possibly get an eagle, but they just don't get enough eagles, and it's drivable, but the terrain surrounding the green is and the green itself, and he's not a hacker, so we go to experience. Green 3, he's not a prospect, so it'll be an easy birdie putt, and Emmerich's going to use a chip to go from easy to gimme, and he holds it out, so that's a birdie for Emmerich, and he will move to -13. He's within 2. Back to 9. And here is Parker Melton. Golfer control 2-3-4. Not a direct green. Is he dynamic? No, right now. So right now Melton is hot. He's not cold, so it's going to be an easy birdie putt, and he's going to use a chip to make it gimme, and he's going to be, barring 6s, it's a birdie, and he goes to -16. Front 9, a good front 9, -4. And he is hot right now. Two-shot lead over Lee Song and Magallanes. Speaking of Lee Song, course control 23 is going to be the bunker with his second, or not bunker, in the rough with his second shot. Green 4. Not a workman, so we have a moderate putt for par here for Lee Song, 1-5. and he holds it out, but can't keep pace with Melton. Melton is on a tear right now. Ernest Kamalo. Force, we go 22, rough and 1, green 5. Master, he's not a master, so it'll be a difficult putt for par. Lines it up 1-3 for Kamalo, and he misses it. So now a moderate bogey putt 1-5, and he misses that one as well. So now an easy double, and so a double bogey for Ernest Kamalo. And just about out of contention right there, but we're going to wait a little longer. Parker Melton. Parker is a 4C. This would be one of the higher tournament rating guys. Well, lower. I don't know how you want to say it. Worst tournament rate. We had Nishiki Kawahara, who was, I think, high 4s at one point. But he is he's playing well, getting some chips, using them in the right spots. Okay, Justin Wallace. But he's still got the back nine to play, and it could, as we all know, it could all come crashing down. So we'll see. That's a patient par for Wallace. Now Greer Copeland III. This is a guy with some of the ratings on his card. You'd think maybe he'd have a tour victory right now. I don't have the tools in front of me at the moment to be able to talk about that. I'd like to have something that works quite well, because everything that I've had so far is more of a resource eater. So Greer is, it's course control 26. He's put it in the bunker with his tee shot in a green 3. He is not chunky, so this will be an easy par putt. Anything but 6s. You can't see the 3. I wish I had a better place to put the or I wish there was a way this could kind of like alternate on and off. This thingy here. The only thing I could think of is I might be able to push some of these things closer to the edge. Maybe I could squeeze it over here so it's not taking up the whole or part of the dice tray. That's not too bad. Anyway, so what was that? That was an easy par, and he made it. So, yeah. All right, Newt Washburn. Rough day so far, but he gets control 1, 4, 6 par 4. Can he turn this into a birdie? Not legend or dynamic. It's not a firm green, so we go to right now. Right now he is semi-cold. Is he cold? Semi-cold with a dot, so yes. He is cold. That's not going to help him. So on the par 4, that is going to be a difficult par. So he needs a 1-3. And he does make it. He's had a couple of nice putts here to save par. He's just not getting out in front of the holes whatsoever. So, resetting here, we've got Parker Melton, your 2-stroke leader, over Yunli Song and Enrique Magallanes. 3 back, Justin Wallace, Dustin Emmerich, Trent McAdams. A very well-known leaderboard once you get past Melton. Okay, to the 12th. I'll read the narrative here. The green is protected by a deep bunker on the right and a large sycamore tree. Left of the green known as Bogey's Tree, named for Humphrey Bogart. So, you can see here it's 5 degrees of course difficulty, 479 yards. So, the traditional cutoff for a par 5 between par 4 and par 5 is 475. So you get up north of 475 and it's definitely a difficult hole. And you can see here daunting, challenging, and 5 is, that's just about the hardest you can get. Maybe if you threw some water in here, or I don't know. I don't know exactly all of the ins and outs of what would increase. But this is going to be one of the tougher holes in History Maker golf, you would have to imagine. So here is Celestino Garcia. White 4. You go to 16. That's in the rough in 1 with a green 6. So he is semi-master. Maybe he has a chance to get out of this. So rough in 1, green 6. And the dots. So is he a master? Yes. Double difficult putt for birdie. He'll take that. He's going to lag it. So that leaves him an easy par. And because of his semi-master, got lucky there. But he's going to remain minus 12. I feel like he should be farther up the leaderboard. But it's his fellow countryman and playing partner, Enrique, who has found 3 birdies, no bogeys so far on the round. Now this is now he has, now it's back. I don't know if my internet's being weird. I guess I should check it on my phone. It's running okay. It's just my chat window seems to kind of flake out every once in a while. Anyway, 3, 4, 5 is Gallery Groans. Green 3, he's not a master, so he's going to have a moderate putt for par. So, use 2 blue chips. At least I was going to say he pretty much ensures a par, but that's moderate par is a 5. Comes close to missing out. Now, Tora Bingen does not have any chance for to use 2 blue chips. He only has 1, so it's going to be 26 golf cam course. It's a full daunting hole, so that is going to lead to probably, daunting clutch putt for par. He's going to try and double up here. He needs some good luck. Needs things to go his way. He needs a 1 to 3, and he makes it, so he'll earn a second blue chip, and that'll be a par. So everybody pars the tough 12. I think my feed's a little up and down here. I got a message that I wonder if things are going a little up and down. I have no clue what could be causing that. Everybody in my house streams everything as far as like watching videos and watching TV. Got rid of satellite dish, so it's like anytime you go to do anything, like unless you're just going to kick everybody out of the house and be like, this is my time, you just have to put up with what you got. Okay. Thanks, Brandon. I guess that's kind of what I was assuming, was that there was some minor interruptions here and there. So legend no on a 255. It's a par 5. Emmerich is not a legend anymore. He's not a hero, and he is not utility. So it's Golf Cam Green. And the green 2, is it friendly? Semi-friendly dot, so it'll be a clutch birdie putt. He is still a pretty good putter, semi-gold, 1 to 4. And it's a 5. He loses his chip. Easy par. And he makes that, but sometimes I wish I could just order a new green die, because I feel like this green die loves 6. Loves 5 and loves 6, but oh well. Play it like it lies, right? Semi-double cordial with dot. That's going to be a birdie for McAdams. He'll move to -14, tied for second. No blue chip on a patient birdie. No. Ian Robards. Yeah, this is the type of hole that if we hit a 5, which you did here, because he's extra control, I'd like to see the opportunity to give him control of this hole, but we're not doing that. It's rough in 1, green 6, and so this is going to be a double difficult putt for par. I already can tell this, I think. Well, you know what? It's always different on the par 5s. So, rough in 1, green 6, master no. Easy putt for par, but we have this little asterisk, which means we have to make it a moderate putt for par, and he does make it. Okay, so those guys are off the 11th, and the group behind is going to play 10. Parker Melton, your leader, by 2 shots, is getting ready to play the 10th. 1-4-4. Sometimes this hole can be birdie, and sometimes bogey. Most of the time, probably par. But anyway, 1-4-4. Legend, no. Champion, semi-champion with a dot. Yes, an easy birdie putt. He's going to take his chances here. 1-4. He's got a 2-shot lead. It can go 3 with his 4th birdie in a row. 1-4. It's a 6. So, give me par. He makes that. That green is 6 again. It's I don't know what's up with that. So, I mean, what I could do is I could just grab any of these green dice, right? Although I do like the fact that those dice, these dice from play have smaller nibs or whatever they call that. But that thing, it's just too often. It's unfortunate, kind of. Okay, Yunli Song. Just feels like anytime there is even an easy birdie, any time that there's anything like that, it just seems to be green 6 again. 2-2-6, par 4. Yeoman or Gilded? No. He is a champion. He'll have an easy birdie putt. Will he make this one? Will we get another 6? Will the world end? It's a 5. Let's see. My guess is the weight is like right here. So it's like it either goes this way or that way. Anyway, he misses it, so and there's your par. Kamalo. I may change the stupid. Oh, where we got the one anyway. I might. That's the thing. You can't get. It's easy to get frustrated with the low sample size stretches, but it's kind of amazing how often you just see guys not making putts. Anyway, 156 legend or bomber. He is a bomber, so he'll get a blue chip Kamalo. Gallery cheers. Green 1. Is he a champion? Semi-champion with a dot, so a gimme birdie putt. Well, this is going to make it. Whereas a black would have to need to be a jerk too. There you go. There's a birdie. Finally. Kamalo, and he's like basically out of contention. So the group of Washburn, Wallace, and Copeland, the third. So it's been 5 holes since any of these guys have found under par in terms of their play. So let's see if somebody can get a birdie here. Greer Copeland, 244. King or dynamic, semi-dynamic with a dot. Yes, so he'll get a blue chip in the gallery cheers. Green 4. Not utility, a moderate birdie putt. Need a 1 or a 2. And it's in. There we go. A birdie for Copeland. So, Copeland gets to minus 13. He'd been 1 over par up to that point, but he finishes the front 9 even. Somebody finally made a putt. How about that? He did not be so rash and suspicious. Okay, so rough in 2, 36. Course control. Rough in 2. Green 5. Master? No. Difficult par putt here for Wallace. Needs a 1 to 3. And he holes it out. This green guy heard me threatening it. He's like, I like the camera time. Don't take it away from me. It's in my contract. Okay, 1-3-3 for Newt Washburn. He's been in a bad way here on the front 9. 2 over par. Yeoman or puny? No. Hacker? No. We go to experience. 3, is he a prospect? No, he's an icon. So it's going to be an easy birdie putt. Can he finally get off of Schneid here? And he does not. So, give me par. No birdies on the front for Washburn or Wallace. That's why we have Parker Melton as the leader with 2 shots up on Yun-Lee Song, Trent McAdams, and Enrique Magallanes. Alrighty. To the back for the leaders, but we won't see them for a little bit here. Okay, so let me just say this. I'm going to probably, I think I need to sort of get my rear in gear, so to speak. So let's just, I've kind of explained some of the ups and downs of rules and been a little more intentional. We're going to kind of like get into a groove here and try to rock the rest of this out. And like I said, it would be nice to be done by 2 o'clock, just so I can grab a little lunch. And so the 13th, 459-yard par 4. Another pretty tough hole. This back 9 is nothing to take lightly. And Celestino Garcia, he gets control 1. Oh boy, quad 1. This is a special result check. So we're going to take black and white and decider die, and we get 55, par 4, level 2. Roll again. 13, par 4. Rules violation. Slow play on the previous hole. 1 stroke penalty. Stormy the rest of the round for Celestino Garcia. So that's a bummer. 1 stroke penalty. So we're going to start this hole over again. But we're gonna add a stroke at the end. So they were playing slow, I guess. So 46 is trees. That'd be a good question. I don't know. Maybe I'll ask it someday. So because we already had control of the hole once, do we re-roll again? I'm guessing yes. I don't know. Maybe it's been asked, but I re-roll it. So 46 trees in 1, green 4. Is he a workman? No. Moderate second putt for par, but this is for bogey, remember. Moderate bogey putt, and he does make it. But he's going to drop to minus 11 and even par. So now Magallanes. Anybody watching, if they know that, if you get a special result where you have control, obviously, do you play then another roll that follows up as you do the same thing? Or do you re-roll the white die as well? So 55, golf cam course. Green 2 on a par 4 cordial node. Semi-daunting, but the decider die says it's not. So an easy putt for par for Magallanes, who is still 2 behind. Just wants to at least keep pace, and preferably would like to get a couple more birdies here and be right in the thick of trying to get another title under his belt. Now Tora Bingen, who is 6 behind. That's 34 is golf cam course, and a green 1 is cordial. No. Is he laser? No. Clutch putt for par is, well, he's going to use his chip here. He kind of got fortunate on the previous one, and he gets, would have been fortunate again, but he does get a par after improving his chances. Now up to 12. That'll be Trent McAdams. Lurking, we'll just say that. So 15, golf cam course, green 1, cordial, no. Laser, he is laser, so a rare birdie putt on this hole. He is going to use the chip to go to goal 1 to 5, and it's in the hole. Back-to-back birdies for McAdams. He's within 1. Course has been pretty inviting for the players, and on this hole. It was no, Brandon. It was a par and the slow play penalty, so he got just a single bogey out of it. So there's a par for Emmerich. So, but Garcia, he was on a roll at the back at the end of the front 9 there. He had 3 in a row, and then he kind of cooled off, and now maybe he just got too deliberate over the ball a couple times, trying to sleuth out the putts, figure out his line, being too deliberate, and Robards with a par as well with a white 6. Special result, yeah, especially if you can get past level 1, it gets interesting. All right, Kamalo and company, including the leader, Melton, to the 11th hole, par 5. 135. Duffer Puny, no. Champion, semi-champion with the, yeah, he is a champion, so it's going to be The special short game should lead to, let's see, and it's a green 1. He's not stoned, so he gets a special pin check. Reroll the white die, and then we will roll the decider die as well. Can we get a 1 and a dot? No, just a 3. So, but that's still an easy birdie putt for Kamalo. He's going to use a blue chip. So this is a gimme birdie. And he moves to -11. So back-to-back birdies for the South African. Yeah, so Brandon is commenting about laser. It definitely is something you should consider, I would say, if you're playing a par 3. Also, if you can get the gallery cheers. Well, not the gallery cheers. Which one is it? It's just anytime if you could take control and you have laser, I think it really offers a good chance at. Ooh boy, that's not great. That's going to be 3, 4, 5. That's gallery groans. Bad drive there from Melton. He loses a blue chip. It is a par 5, so maybe a chance to redeem himself, but he's not a master, so we go to polite applause. Reroll the white die, and it's a 6. It's a difficult putt for par. Is he going to drop a shot here? He needs a 1 to 3. Oh, and he misses that. So now a moderate bogey. He does get that, but that's going to put him into a tie with Magallanes. So McAdams, excuse me. The door is open. I have Enrique on my mind. I shouldn't admit to that probably, but anyway. 1-2-2 for Lee Song. This could be a 2-shot swing here. Duffer no, utility no, hacker no. Moderate putt for birdie. You got a blue chip you could use, but let's just see what happens. And it would have made it anyway. Easy par. So McAdams and Melton. Hello, Spirit. Reminds me of Norman Greenbaum. Anybody who's unfamiliar with that name, you should go look it up. All right, Greer Copeland III at this iconic par 4, drivable par 4, 366. Shaper. Let's see. He was semi-shaper and he had to lose it. No, what was he? I think he was full shaper and he had to choose a quality to lose. And I didn't think you should lose a workman or semi quality. So we left workman laser and I had to choose. Okay, which one of these is he not going to get? He won't get shaper. Well, guess what? He gets shaper here. So no. So that's going to go to short game check for Greer. Green 6 stone. Not stone, difficult par. 1 to 3. And he misses it. So now, a moderate bogey. So, to quote, The Last Crusade? The Last Crusade, he chose poorly. All right, Justin Wallace now. One, 3, 4. And Brandon with the correct citation of Norman Greenbaum, 1970. Anyway, 134, not direct, not hacker for Wallace. So we go to experience. He's not a prospect. This is going to be a gimme birdie putt for Wallace. So Wallace would move to minus 14, one behind, as long as he doesn't get sixes, and he doesn't. It's a birdie. Birdie for Justin. Look at that. 3 American names at the very top of the leaderboard. Not to get all nationalistic and everything, but it's a good day when we got some red, white, and blue at the top. 2, 2, 3. Newt Washburn, legend, no. Hero, no. Mood. He is neutral. Green 2, though. Is he sunny? So no. And it's going to be a difficult birdie putt. And to keep himself from being stormy, he's going to lag this. And now it's a gimme par from a difficult birdie lag. And he makes his par, so Washburn still, he's 3 back of the leaders. So, yeah, we got some rowdies in the crowd here today. So, buckle up. Whatever you guys do, don't go trashing Jack Nicholson's house. Or who are the other ones? So this is one that's right near the LA Country Club where they had the U.S. Open last year. These are kind of like 2. I think they might have been designed by the same. I can't remember his name. I should look it up and not be a complete. I know Norman Greenbaum, but I don't know who designed this course. Well, you know what? Let's roll, and I'll come back to it. Magallanes tees off. And let's see. I think his name's George something. Riviera Country Club. It's designed by George C. Thomas and William Bell. Died in 1932. Born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, by the way. Just Marion is his, although, oh wait, that's Marion, Massachusetts. That's not the same Marion. Los Angeles Country Club. A number of them out. Bel Air, Riviera. Anyway. Yeah, so he's along with Tillinghast, who is a renowned one. Flynn, Wilson, George Crump, who designed Pine Valley. I may have to get that out. I downloaded that. Hi, Rob. I downloaded Pine Valley and used it a couple of years ago. Maybe I'll get that out again. That's a really tough one. So par 3 here for Magallanes, 192 yards. I said I was going to just rush through, and instead I went on a bit of a tangent. This is a patient par for Magallanes. So 3 large, deep bunkers, it says on this hole, but Enrique gets a par. I don't want to rush. I just want to be a little speedier. But I go down these rabbit holes. So I did not know that Pete Dye was from Indiana. But thanks for that little nugget there, Brandon. Another par. And a blue chip for Bingen. See, it's funny. We've had a lot of these rounds. It tends to be you get some guys really dropping out, but everybody's played relatively well, and these guys here in the first two groups are the only ones really doing doing particularly well. Now Celestino, he's semi-laser. Let's have him take control of this. Four, five, six. That's going to go to the Golf Cam Green. Par 3, green 5. Friendly, no. Nope. Easy par. Not challenging either. So easy par. Everybody pars the 14th. It's possible they have a greenish tinge. I think my camera has a little bit of or like a blue. I'm going to try something here. Does that seem any better? So, a while ago and you know what? This one is actually pretty good. So let me know if that's way better. Okay. So, here, this is going to be upside down, but I will show you what the problem is. And maybe I'll just remove them now because things have changed. But if you see, can you see up here this thing? This is like a blue, oh, it just fell down. It's like a blue filter that, I don't know, we put up there because one of the, somewhere along the way, it might have been me, I broke one of, there's two fluorescents in here, and I broke one of the, like, plastic covers, and so we decided to buy those because they're a little cheaper, and also I think it softens the light in here, but, anyway. At this point in time, when I'm the primary user of this room, it's probably better for me to have a more palatable light situation. And I kind of was, I noticed for a while there things had a little bit of like a blue tinge. And as you said, well, greenish, but you used the word tinge, so I'll give you credit for that there, Rob. All right, Trent McAdams to the 13th. 24. Yeah, I've changed the it's actually in the same general vicinity, but just maybe I'll give a tour one of these days. Course control 24 is rough in 2, green 3. Get up and down from the rough. McAdams is not a workman, so he'll have a gimme par putt. Yeah, I recently switched roles at work to where I do a significant amount of my job from home. So I had to buy some furniture too. So that's a par. I had to buy an actual desk. You would have thought that I would have done that during the coronavirus time there when we were at home for a period, but I didn't. And so now with me being more of a desk jockey than a laboratory jockey, I basically, that's another par. I got myself to a place, and also this is nice because rather than sitting on like a stool, which is somewhat comfortable but not the most comfortable arrangement ever, now I have a desk chair which is much more comfortable. Well, Rob, I hope that you get to feeling better with your recovery from what you're going through, whatever that is. If it's eye surgery, that would suck. to have anything messing with your eyes. I've been one to have eye surgery in the past. Now we're at 12 here. Tough hole. Kamalo. He'll take a par. Now the white die is on the 6th run. So I guess I should just take for granted dice are going to be dice. Dice are going to dice. How about that? Hi, John. Yes. For sure. Happy Easter. A little early, but yes. Looking forward to that tomorrow. Going to the earliest of services that they're having at our local church. So it's a 46, which is rough in 1, and a 4. He's not a workman, so it's going to be a moderate putt for par. And he makes it. So while I'm in the midst of playing this, well, let's do the leader first, and then I'll say something about the quote unquote local church thing. So 56, rough in 1, green 6. He's not a master, so oh boy, he is going to be dropping another shot. It's going to be McAdams in the lead, unless he somehow makes his lag, and that's not happening. So now an easy bogey putt. And Melton back-to-back bogeys, kind of coming back to earth here after a good run to start. So we recently changed churches back at the end of last year. Just we were going to a church that was a bit far away. It was like a 25 minute drive, and my work is about 45 minutes away, and so just more and more driving just got to us. So we had the opportunity to be in a Bible study that was closer to home at a church that's about 10 minutes from here. And one Sunday we just decided to check it out, and it's like we were like, this is the place for us. And so it's funny because we were both baptized. I was actually baptized around 2002. I didn't get baptized as a child, but when I was baptized in, I think it was 2002, or maybe it was 03, one or the other. It was a sprinkle. Well, the church that we're attending is a Baptist church, and they don't recognize that. So if you want to become a member of their church, you need to get the full-on go down. So I did. So yeah. So that was last weekend. So I guess regardless of how you viewed the previous baptism, I guess if I'm going to a Baptist church, I should assume that baptism is the full-on. But I don't know. I guess part of me didn't want to make a big deal out of it. So anyway, I keep going down rabbit holes, but oh, ouch. All right. Well, that's not a surgery. Yeah, that's. Hopefully, I can avoid that kind of thing as long as. Yeah. So double cordial. Dot says yes, so Wallace gets a birdie. No blue chip. Back-to-back birdies for Wallace. He is now tied for the lead. Here at 11, this is a pretty friendly hole. It's going to be Newt Washburn, who would love to get on the birdie train here on the back 9, because he's gone the other way since he started this round. Nerves maybe getting to him. 1-1-4. Should have a putt for birdie at the very least. Gilded? No. Is he cold? No, he isn't. So that's fortunate. So he needs a 1 to 2 moderate birdie putt, and he misses it. So easy par, and he does squeak that one in. Just gets it in there. Yeah, well, I know a couple people that do not want to hear about rabbits on Easter weekend. So this time, so for Greer Copeland, not so fortunate. He will get a blue chip, but that's a par. I have a couple of more ardent friends, Christian friends, who do not want to have much to do with the Easter Bunny. Anyway, not that I'm a huge fan either, but you know, we all make our concessions, right? Okay, so emerging contender, 2 to 4 under, we get to roll once. So we're gonna roll once. If it's in the teens, then I'll get to see how much my coding has worked out. But we don't, so it'll be another day. Alright, so no emerging contender. So, yeah, I mean, I know Dave Little, he has a channel and he'll use that to expound upon faith, but occasionally I will say something, and I probably should say something more often because, you know, as a believer, I am probably called to be a little more of an evangelist than I often am, but there'll be a time and a place for it. I don't really feel like now is the time. We're trying to get some golf finished up here, but you know, Christ died for you. That's, you know, no matter how far away you are, he's always ready to accept you back. The Lord is good. So anyway, 15th, 487, long par 4, 5 degrees of course difficulty, and so no chance here for Magallanes to get control. 16 is Golf Cam course. His best chance is for that decide or die to be as it is, which is a 0, is a not. So 5 on the par 4, is it daunting? No, and he's not scatter, so he has a clutch birdie putt. He will join Wallace and McAdams if he can make a 1 to 5 because he's going to use a blue chip there. 1 to 5, and it's in the hole. So a birdie from Enrique moves to minus 15. So he is bogey free so far, 4 under par on his round. Minus 15. Tor Bingen. 25 Golf Cam course. Green 5, is it daunting? Yes, this time it is. The decide or die is a killer here. It's going to be a double difficult par putt. He lags it. Easy bogey. He makes that. Hello, hi, ali, heyday. Yeah, just, yeah. It's funny, I was in a study here, a men's study, where they were doing a book called Pray and Go that I probably should be more convicted to be a little more I don't know, intentional, and it should probably show more in not being as temperamental as I can get. So 5 again here, Golf Cam course, daunting. Yes, it is. So it's a double difficult for Celestino, and yeah, I think his chances here are washing away. So easy bogey putt, he makes that. But the 15th takes a couple more. Yeah, so I did some college radio. You know, it's funny when you do college radio. It's like with the music that I listened to, I didn't really fit in, but I did end up as I was a year general manager. It was kind of an elected position within the student body. We had a lot of community members who were also DJs and such, but there were students that ran it. Let's see here. So I got 35 is golf cam course, par 3, green 4. Is it daunting? No. Okay, this will be a clutch birdie putt for McAdams. This would put him back in the lead, but he needs a 1 to 3, and he would earn a blue chip. Otherwise, he gets a red, and we'll be putting for par. Nope, he's going to get a red, and he does par it. You know, the guys at the college station don't really have much time for Steely Dan. They're more. This was more in the era of So this was like the Goo Goo Dolls showed up for an interview, but it was like right before the song Name came out. So they still had cred in sort of the alt indie community, and then that sort of hit, and then they, whether you want to say they sold out or whatever. So is Dustin a champion? He is here. This will be an easy birdie putt. He's going to use a chip to make it gimme, and he's going to move to minus 14. Oh, and he isn't. Oh, misses a gimme birdie. 2 6s. Well, gimme par. He'd need to have 6s again. That would be like, gets a par. Anytime I assume something on those rolls is when it seems like they go into the crapper for somebody. Okay. Robards. Okay, he's extra control, so it goes his way here. 5 5 6, par 3. Hacker, no. Right now, Robards is neutral, so he's not hot, so that's going to be a difficult par putt. Misses that. Moderate bogey. Makes that. Yep, this is Excel. Yep, I used to be Sheets, and then I converted for season 4 to Excel, and there was a big gap between, I want to say tournament 2 and tournament 3, or tournament 3 and tournament 4, and some of that gap was because I was sort of struggling with some of the challenges of that, and I just needed to sort of knuckle down. I was also busy with some second season APBA baseball. I was playing some stuff there, so it's like when you get caught up in doing other things like that, then it kind of like gives you a chance to just take a step back and sort of relight the fire under what you're doing. Friendly, no. Challenging on this golf, right? 12 golf cam green. Challenging, yes. Clutch putt for par for Ernest Kamalo. He's a semi-rust, so we're going to use a chip here to try and give him a chance here to make it. And he does make it. That's a 4. So a par for Ernest. Brandon with the goofing on Emmerich for missing a 6-6 putt, which is fine with me. Dustin did a lot here on this. Well, not this table. The one in this other room that's over in that direction there. I'll give you that hint. Anyway, rough and 1 here on the par 4 for Yunli Song. Not a workman, so he gets a moderate second putt for par. Toss it down in there, and it's a par. Johnny Tower. Kind of like Johnny Fever, right? Except not. 34. Yeah, I remember. Remember as a kid watching WKRP. It was didn't understand about 3/4 of what was going on. But so daunting. No, he gets a birdie putt here. Parker Melton 1-3, and he'll get that lead, get right back into the lead here after the bogey on the last two. He needs a 1-3, and he gets it. And he'll get a blue chip and a birdie, and joins a trio. He forms a quartet here at -15. So we've got a tournament going here. Yeah, Rob. You know what? I think part of it was, I think the other space where I was at, that's a part of it. Over there is like just it kind of was same old, and you know you just kind of get yourself in a mood where it's Justin Wallace who is tied for the lead, and he's going to get a par on this tough hole. So, you know, when you're doing videos like this, you just let yourself into a space where, you know, you want to be making things that are, I don't know if important's the word, but important to somebody, important to yourself even, and sometimes you just go through stretches. So Newt, he's finally going to get, oh, you know what, he's going to get a patient par, right? That's a white 6. Sorry, I was thinking it was rough, but he's going to get a par here, so never mind. You know, you just want, if you're going to spend the time doing it, you want it to be worth something. And I don't know. I think it is. It's just, okay, Greer's going to use 2 chips here. I don't know. Maybe it's not wise, but we're going to do it anyway. I don't know. I hope in the process of playing these games and making these videos that somebody finds some nugget that helps them out playing a game. So legend, yes. So gallery, cheers. This might work out for him here. Is he a champion? Yes. It's a gimme birdie putt. So Greer 2 blue chips, and he gets a birdie, and that moves him to -13. So he's hanging around. That is true, Brandon. And not that I'm ever one to really, go looking to ogle anybody. But, yeah, it's... Yeah. The face for radio thing is... I think even the people that are not the talent are kind of the same ilk. I'm going to get something else to drink here. How's it going time-wise here? 1:21. It's gonna be a little after 2, I bet. But we're close. We're getting closer. And it's just soda, no alcohol. 16th, par 3. 166 yards. Not much. Not much to it as far as length. I mean, it's not like the 7th at Pebble or anything like that, but this could be an interesting place for somebody here on this back 9, including this guy right here, Enrique, who finds himself tied for the lead, and if he could get a good roll here, he might just take sole possession. We'll see. 3-6. Laser or dynamic? Oh boy, that would have been one to get that, but no, he isn't. So right now, and he is not cold, so it's going to be an easy birdie putt, and Enrique is going to play his chances here on the easy. He needs a 1 to 4. And he makes it. Back-to-back birdies for Enrique. He is 5 under, bogey-free on the round, and he takes sole possession of the lead at this point in the tournament. Yeah, well, you know, Rob, it's just, I don't know. I'll tell you what else it is. Just not every, you know. Let me roll here on Torah. We're so close to the end. I'm not worried about out of contention at this point. 26 is bunker, and it's going to be a more difficult putt depending on how it comes out here. Let's see. Par 3, sand in 1, green 2. Is he sandy? Semi-sandy dot. Yeah, okay, we get a pin chance. We're going to roll this. Not in the hole. It would be an easy par, but we have this little designation, so it's a moderate par putt. And he makes it. Sorry. Because I'm not using the mouse here at all, my screen keeps going blank. Yeah. Tell you what, some of the game, I'm not one to just sit there and decide, you know what, I'm gonna do a bunch of, I don't sit there and say I'm gonna do a bunch of Stratomatic or whatever. Like, I think there are lots of channels out there that do your base games that everybody likes, and mostly baseball, right? So I guess there was a point in time where I do some baseball too, but I guess there was a point in time where I just decided I want to do what I'm going to have fun with. And I'm going to make sure that I do games that I think don't get enough YouTube time. So rough and 1, green 2, par 3. Celestino is a master, so he is going to get he's a semi-master with a dot, so he is going to get a bit pin chance. So the downside of all of that, okay, that's a difficult par putt. The downside of that is when he makes it, is when you're doing games that don't get much airplay. There are often people who don't really have time for those games. So then you're playing games that you kind of end up in this vacuum, and then you can say to yourself, well, it's okay, par here for McAdams. It eats up the red chip, which is good. Who's next? So there's like a dichotomy. You know, are you gonna do the popular thing? Are you going to are you going to be what you're not? You know, am I going to come here with Dustin Emmerich and say, okay, ooh, he hits it into the woods. Oh, and it's a green 4. Let's see what happens. Oh, boy, this is going to be really exciting. Boy, rough in, what was it? Or trees in 1. Ooh, is he a workman? No, he isn't. Ooh, he's got a moderate putt for par. 1 to 5. Can he do it? He does it. Oh, a par. You know, it's that. Am I going to do that? No. I just have to be myself. And if people aren't into it, then I just have to take that as I made that choice myself, right? So, okay, so 22 is Golf Cam course. And again, this is not to like, there are you know, I'm not trying to throw shade. That's not the intention here. I guess my point is that some people are really good at expressing emotion, and sometimes I can do that if it's really kind of like, but sometimes the expressing of emotion for me is more like, so this is 2, go to, is it daunting? And it's not daunting, so it leads to an easy par putt. You know, for the emotion that usually shows for me like a fool is frustration. So Robards gets a par, uh, which is, that can be dramatic television, dramatic streaming, but it's not necessarily good for one's mental state. Okay, so Melton finds himself one back again, playing this par 3. He could use that chip. He's going to hold on to it for now. Golf Cam course, green 5, cordial, daunting, neither of those, so it's an easy par putt. And he makes the par. You say status for pro football. It's funny. That is a game that I own. It's just I haven't printed it, and I bought it a couple of years ago, and I should. You get. I haven't played it yet. Kind of is sad in a way. So I maybe one of these days I will feel more like it. Now that I'm not a master here. We had to go to the par 3 rough 1 3.1 chart there, and we go to 5. And he's not a master, so it's a difficult par putt for Kamalo. Misses that, moderate bogey. He'll make that. So now that I'm not spending, I basically, with my job change, I have recovered 3 hours of my week because I was spending an hour and a half, 2 different days each week, having to drive to and from work. That's changing, so maybe there'll be a point now where I can start to see the light at the end of the tunnel with that. So Lee Song is 2 back. Would love a birdie here, but so 46 is the bunker. Finds the bunker off the tee. He's not sandy, so this is a difficult par for Lee Song. To stay within 2, he misses it. So now moderate bogey. And he misses that. This is going to be a double. Easy double. And he misses the easy double. And a give me trip. And Lee Song just went, got thrown into the Pacific Ocean, and his day has gone completely sideways. Well, Jason, thanks for saying that. And yeah, anyway, I'm not, again, this is not to be some kind of moral judge of anybody else, or like, the only thing I'm saying is, what is it? There's if you go some of the grocery stores you go into, there's a little sticker at the checkout. I think it's WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get, and that's what you get here. And it's not even what you see; it's what you hear. You're not going to get somebody who is able to convey emotion in that kind of a way. I don't know. Maybe it's because I am a little more of I'm on the cynical side sometimes. Yeah, surprising results are pretty cool, but that doesn't always happen. So 23 is trees and 2 and a green 1. Okay, well, Greer is Workman. Oh, no dot. Okay, so good. So he gets a pin chance at least. I thought he was going to end up missing out on a chance to maybe hold this out. Let's see. But it's a 5. He isn't going to hold it out. It's going to be a moderate par putt. And he knocks it in. He'll stay 3 behind Magallanes. Quick Dex football. Brandon. All right, I need to put this in my phone with I have notes here. Quick Decks Football. All right. Because it would be nice to have. But I mean, I have Status Pro as well. Not as well. Justin has a bunch of chips here. Let's take one chip, roll the decider die. Now he's got to use the other one, but he's going to have control of this. We got to see if we can get him. He's going to try and kickstart his. He had a couple birdies there, 10 and 11. See if he can keep something going here. Par 4, 225. Not a legend, not utility. It's mood. His mood is neutral. Green 2, it's not sunny, so that's going to lead to a difficult birdie putt, right? Well, we're going to lag it. If he didn't have the stormy riding on it, I'd have him try to make the difficult putt. Let's. Well, there's a bad lag, so that's the reason we do the rolls. 6-6 dot means it's worse. 1-1 dot means make. 1-1 without dot means it goes from double difficult to. Oh, and this is a difficult, but anyway, it goes from double difficult and instead of making it, it goes double difficult to gimme. With the standard one's double difficult to easy. Now, if it's difficult, anything 1-1 would be make. And then if it's just the standard, any combination besides 6s or 1s, it would be gimme in return, right? But now with this, we go from difficult without the dot to be moderate. With it, so now it goes from difficult. Go to easy. Now this is gonna be a moderate putt for par, and he does make that. So that's just in that case, it really doesn't make a whole lot of difference. I wouldn't mind pondering the idea of making that kind of a bad lag as throwing you into stormy on a mood check, but let's not do that. All right, 2. That's 12. Golf cam green and a green 2. Well, it's going to be challenging, so that's a clutch par putt for Newt Washburn. Semi-gold. And he does make it. So par, and he get a blue chip out of it. Okay, well, we've got 5 holes left for the leaders. The leader's Magallanes. He's got 2 left. Well, thanks for the feedback, Jason. And Rob and all of you who are hanging out here, and again, I guess the best way to put it is enjoy whatever you're watching, right? If I don't get to. I used to watch a good bit of the rolling YouTube videos, and I don't know. I just, life gets in the way, and it's kind of the reason why some of you who are on here today that I am appreciative of. There are going to be times in life where you can't come on here on a Saturday afternoon or whatever you want to call it and hang out. And it's the same reason that I can't always hang out on somebody else's. And it's just, in some ways, it's... hold on. Before I roll this, I want to talk about it. But yeah, it just... I have a lot of wishes in life. One thing I wish is that free time was expansive. That there was lots of time to do the things that... to do all the things you want to do, right? I want to go play around at real golf, ball golf, where I swing the club, go for a walk, go bowling, play some guitar, this, that, the other. There's like all of these competing interests, and doing this, spending time with family, going to church, going to work. It's like there's this juggle, right? So we just do what we have to do. And eventually something falls out. And one of the things I said go to church, but like Devotion time. Spending time reading the Bible. I've had more and more time to do that lately because it's something that I try to do when I get up. But does it happen every day? No. But I try and make it intentional because otherwise it doesn't get done. 590, par 5, 17th. Should be a birdie hole. Magallanes could extend it to 2 here with a birdie. 18 is a tough hole, but we'll get to 18 when we get to 18. It's not cordial, not double cordial, so this is going to be a patient par. But the good news is that Magallanes will have 2 chips to use on 18, so a par. Probably would have wanted a birdie on this hole, but you just can't. That's the way the game plays, right? So this is going to be for Tora Bingen 236 on the par 5 chart. Duffer, no. Direct green, no. Okay, short game check. Green 2. He's not stoned, so he gets a pin roll. He'd need another 1 on the white die and a dot to make it. It's not a make, that's going to be a moderate par. And he holes it out. So Bingen remains at -9. Talking about Canada. Celestino Garcia. Okay, 46. He's in the bunker off the tee on this par 5. That's not a good way to start the hole. Green 4. He's not sandy, so he gets an easy par putt. So kind of a consolation prize. You don't have a very difficult putt for par, and he does make it. Well, you know, the weather where I'm at, I think probably gets warmer a little quicker there, Brandon. Being, I don't know. I guess maybe it's still not warm. It's kind of getting into the 60s here and there. But, okay, Trent McAdams at this par 3 finds himself 1 back. And it's 45, so he's in the sand off the tee, and the putt that follows up is going to be more difficult. So he's not chunky. Instead of gimme, it's going to be an easy putt for par. Just has to avoid the 6s, and he holes it out. Remain 1 back with 2 to play. Now, Dustin Emmerich, 3 behind. He really probably needs 3 birdies to close out the round. And he's going to get 22. Golf Cam course, par 3, green 3, cordial and daunting or no. So it's going to be a clutch par putt for him. Could get his second chip here with a 1-4, and he misses it, so he's going to lose the blue chip. And now it's an easy bogey, and I think that'll round out his chances. I don't think it would take a meltdown by a few people to have Dustin get a victory this year at this point. Ian Robards. Oh, he needs a clutch putt for par to get the blue chip. And it was 1-3, so he does get it. He's got chips to use here on 17 and 18. Robards, though, is 6 behind, so I don't think that's really gonna. I don't think he's gonna make up that particular deficit. Okay, yeah, I mean Whistler. I guess they have golf there, right? But I mean, I'd love to go to. Banff is one that they in the Lynx game on the computer. They used to have that, which I mean, it was the graphics were primitive for when it was made, but still you could see how kind of cool the terrain is there, and some of the holes are pretty awesome from what I could see. So, okay, Golf Cam course here for Melton, who is 1 back, hanging in there, Had a 2-shot lead at one point. Green 2, cordial, daunting. Daunting, yes. This is a clutch putt for bogey. He's got a hope. And he does get the bogey. 1-3. Earns a blue chip, but that's going to drop him 2 behind with 3 left on the menu for him. Kamalo, 6-back, pretty much out of contention here. It's going to be 13. So he's in the trees. Let's see if he can get out of here with a par, not a workman, so an easy par putt. Should make it and does. Now, coming off triple bogey, Yun-Lee Song, the Korean multi-tournament champion on the TGT, is just going to have to wait till next week because he's missed out on his chance here to possibly get another one under his belt. So that's going to be rough off the tee and a master. He's not a master. This is a difficult putt for par. Is he going to drop another shot here? Yes, he is. Moderate bogey. He does make that, but the back 9 has gone awry for Mr. Lee Song. Leisure Suit Larry. Oh, that game. Yeah, that was a college. I don't know. You think back at how pathetic some of the things were we used to do. There's pathetic some of the things they do now. This if I think back on those things, this actually seems relatively wholesome and normal, you know. All right, par 3, Greer Copeland. He's gonna take. He's had some luck using chips. He's gonna use one here. 4, 5, 6 is gonna go to Golf Cam Green. Green 4, par 3, friendly no, challenging no. He's gonna get a clutch putt for par. Can't earn a chip. Can't lose a chip. Misses the clutch putt for par. So now an easy bogey, and he does make that, but that's gonna put him back to -12, and with 4 to play, it's looking pretty much like he's going to have to hang out in the top 5 maybe here. Take a good payday. Improve on his 29th ranking in the points. Justin Wallace. He's going to use one here. Hoping for a champion roll. 3, 5, 6. I don't know about that. Is he a champion? He is. That's an easy birdie putt. Can join Magallanes for. He's going to use the other one. He's like, let's put the chips down. 6-6, and he makes it. 6-6 would have been miss. He makes it, so he joins Magallanes at -16. Wallace putting it out there for the good old US of A. Washburn with extra control is gonna, yeah, there he gets it. 2-2-6. He is a champion, so he'll have an easy birdie putt, and he's gonna use one of these chips to make it gimme, and get to -13, and he does. All right, so little reset here. Wallace, Magallanes, top 2 with Enrique going to play the 18th. Then you got Trent McAdams, 1 back, Parker Melton, 2 behind, Washburn still with a prayer. So 18, I thought this was going to be tougher as far as having a little bit of a course modifier, but it doesn't have it. So I think after playing this is my 4th time using this course, I would have remembered that. But this is a really interesting hole with, it's an uphill shot, blind tee shot into the fairway, and then the green is usually a bit firm, but we don't have a firm ranking here on it. It's long, 475, and again, the uphill kind of like influences that. But Magallanes will use a blue chip. He has the honor here, and he's going to take control, see if he can put up the score, minus 17. 236, par 4. Not a duffer, it's going to be a short game check. Green 2, is he stoned? No, he gets a pin roll. Can he get a 1 and a dot? Knock it in. Otherwise, he's going to have a chance for par. 2 and a dot. So that's going to be an easy par putt to get into the clubhouse at 16 under. He makes it. There's a couple of ones. So Enrique finishes the round minus 5. That is a great 66 here on a tough Riviera Country Club course. The VGA Tour, yeah. Which the hole cards feature traditional hole. Yeah. Yeah, it's Nicholas North, Chateau Whistler. Oh, okay. I didn't know. Well, I know that. Are you talking? So, Rob says that British Columbia has North America's northernmost desert. Is that up near where, like, I know there's like the oil sands up in the northern part of Alberta. Is it up there? Kind of to the west, I guess, of that, or is this? I mean, it probably would have to be. I'm guessing, but anyway, let's finish out what we got here. What do we got? 149. We got 10 minutes to 2, almost. Probably not gonna make my desired finish time, but that's okay. Bingen, he can't. We got to use these chips, don't we? Let's. I think we'll have Garcia use his as well. Okay, 466. Semi-shaper with a dot. Okay, he's going to get to go to the gallery. Cheers. A good drive. Utility not. Utility moderate. Putt for birdie. He'll make it easy. Can Bingen get back to double digits? And he does. Tora Bingen, minus 10. 1 over par on his round. 72. And now Celestino Garcia. Yeah. Smoke him if you got him, as they say. 4, 5, 6 golf cam green. Shouldn't hurt him here too much. Par 4. Friendly or laser? Semi-laser dot. He's going to get a clutch birdie putt. He's gold. Or semi-gold, and he makes the putt. So there you go. Birdie for Celestino. Finishes minus 11. '17th. Boy, do I have to use the bathroom. Guess I shouldn't admit that out loud, but it's the trouble with having beverages while you're doing this is that eventually you're going to pay the piper. Another reason to hurry along here, but I'll be okay. But I am getting older, so 1, 2, 4. Duffer, no. Hacker, no. McAdams is not soft. So McAdams needs a birdie to get into this tie here. Not soft, so moderate birdie putt. Can he get another 2 or a 1 to join Enrique and Justin in the lead? It's a birdie. Birdie for McAdams. 5 under on his round. You got 2 guys here. Enrique had a 5 under bogey free round, and McAdams is working on it here. So now Robards. Kelowna. Yeah, so I mean, I recognize those names from like minor league, or not minor, junior hockey. Kamloops and Kelowna. Okay, so I guess that's east of Vancouver by a bit, right? All right, so 235. Par 5 chart. I guess I had the par 5 chart out here. A little scatterbrained at the moment. Legend. Yeah, he's a legend. So it's going to be Gallery Cheers. Par 5 edition. And we got the 2. So who's this Robards? Yeah, he's too far back to really probably make much out of this. Is he? Gallery Cheers. Is he a champion? No, he's not. We'll call that. Even though it left the dice tray, it went through the chute and rolled around. So no. So we get polite applause, and then we re-roll white. Okay, well that's a difficult birdie putt. He's going to use 2 chips. He has a lot of them here. Moderate, easy birdie, and he's got a birdie. So Robards to -11. Wants to finish strong here. Take something away from this tournament. Moral victories, all that good business here. Okay, 1-2-5 for Emmerich. Emmerich is 4 back. I don't know if that's going to be... It's not his day, but let's see how he can finish this. Is he soft? No. That was the only one that had it. So this is a moderate birdie putt. Needs a 1 or a 2. Misses that. Easy par. In the hole. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna need to use the facilities. It will only be about 10 minutes. Just kidding. It shouldn't take that. I am getting older, but it shouldn't take quite that long. All right. Well, well, he just exited the urinal, and back. The only thing I realized I didn't mute my mic, and I'm thinking to myself, I wonder how soundproof this room is. Of course, where I had to go was way off in the distance, so I'm not. It's just, plumbing is plumbing, and being in the basement is, as long as there's no, I don't know. It reminds me of the scene in No. Hey, golfers, yeah. Outhouses are left. The only thing is, yeah. Oh boy. So it's funny. You're talking about Leisure Suit Larry. That's one. You don't want to have the soft quality if you're in the midst of that game. 5. 56 is going to be golf cam course here for Kumalo. Par 3, green 3 is cordial, no. Okay, clutch putt for par for him. He's got to use one of these chips to try and at least save par 1 to 4. And let's see. Yeah, you can see that it's a par. I like this setup where I have things organized because you can see everything coming out of the chute as long as it's coming out of there. So. Yeah. Scatter is definitely not one to take to the little boys' room. All right, Melton. Oh, you got 3 degrees. It's only 3. You want to get a 1 or a 2 here, right? And that's a 4. So it's going to be 34. Golf cam course, green 2. Cordial, no. Daunting, no. Well, that's going to be a par putt. Avoid 6s, and he does. Yeah, well. All right, I'll try to stop. It's not like I'm sitting here just. Now maybe I am here trying to. Okay, so this is cordial or laser. Yun is semi-laser with a dot, so he does get a clutch birdie putt. He is 1. He's got to try and make this, and he misses it. There goes his blue chip. Easy par. His day was cooked anyway earlier. Okay, 15. Just don't sue me if you have to go back to the doctor to have your stitches replaced. All right. Oh, I saw Philly. I'm like, oh, I was pretty sure that the Phillies play later, and they do. It's the soccer. All right, Justin Wallace tied for the lead. One more hole here that really is a trouble spot. 45 golf cam course. Green 4 decided. Oh, it's going to be a clutch putt for par. It is daunting with the decider die, so he needs a 1 to 3 to remain tied with Trent McAdams and Enrique Magallanes, and he gets it. Whew. That's a big putt. Gains a little bit of confidence coming out of that. Now here's Newt Washroom. Since we were just talking about that. Okay, golf cam course, green 5. Not daunting, and he's not scatter, so it's a clutch putt for birdie. And he's semi-gold, just get 1 to 4, and he got it. Back-to-back birdies for Washburn. Minus 14, he's within 2 with 3 to play, and not out of it yet. Newt Washroom. Oh, Brandon? Okay, that's good. Yeah. He's Mr. Moneybags, I'm sure. In this economy, it's tough for anybody to be Moneybags, but there are a select few. Okay, par 4. Green 4 off the trees chart, right? No, 55. No, it's the sand chart. Is he chunky? No. So it's going to be a moderate putt for par for Greer. 4 out, and he does make his moderate par. So playing 18 will be Trent McAdams, tied for the lead with Enrique in the clubhouse and Justin Wallace making his way in. McAdams doesn't have any blues, so he's going to have to just hope. Yeah, Robards he has something to use there. McAdams, he's going to get a, let's see. You have to re-roll the white die if you want to attack the green. I think he's going to get a blue chip and take a par and hope that Justin Wallace doesn't go on a run here. So there is his par. He's going to finish tied for first, at least at the moment, with Wallace and Magallanes, with Wallace still to come in. So Robards going to use a chip, take control, even with his extra control. 2, 3, 4. First check is it direct, and it's not. So then what is it after that? Dynamic. Not dynamic. Right now he's semi-hot. Asks if he is hot, and he is. So he's going to give me birdie putt. Doesn't even have to use any chips to get that, and he does make it. So Ian Robards with a birdie finish. -12, so a good... He's going to finish most likely in this tied for 6th place, I would say. You still have a couple of guys that could find their way back to nibble at that pot. But anyway. Whoop. The other nice thing about this particular space is that if I drop a die, it's not going under this workbench that has like a metal cover shelf on the bottom really close to the ground where it's like, and you have to go digging around. Well, I'm not going to give him a chip because he's not going to be able to use it. He's not going in any playoff. But Emmerich will finish with a patient par here on 18, and he finishes 1 under on the round, -12. So tied with Robards and Greer, Copeland the third at the moment. Okay, to 17 for Kumalo. Par 5, 17th. 2-2-3 on the roll. Golfer control. He's not a legend. Semi-champion, no dot. Not a hero, so we go to Golf Cam Green. 2. Is it friendly? Well, we have to re-roll this because we already used the decider die on his champion check. It is friendly, so that's a clutch birdie putt. Semi-rust, he's got to try and... It says 1-4. He misses it, but he would have... The chip would have gone away anyway, so now an easy par for Kumalo. Stays -10. Nobody outside of 6 from the lead, so it's been a pretty condensed leaderboard here today. Most of them are not like that. 2, 3, 5. Legend. Yeah, so Yunli Son is a legend. He'll get a blue chip here. Gallery cheers, and it's the par 5 version. So let's see what the green 5 says on that. He's not a hacker, so he gets strong applause. We need to re-roll the white die. So that's going to be a difficult birdie putt. Needs a 1. Misses that. Now a moderate par. And he holes that out. Oh, that's the wrong guy. Well, we'll fix Parker Melton when he's done with his hole here. Melton, he needs birdies right now. 3, 5, 6, par 5. Scatter or puny, no. Hero, no. Champion, the decider die says no. It's going to go to his mood. He's not sunny, so this is a difficult birdie putt, right? Let's see. Mood, sunny, no. Wait, that's a difficult par putt. Needs to make this. He would be sunny and he would stay minus 14. He misses it, so now a moderate bogey. Easy double. Oh boy, Melton is having a meltdown. So drops to minus 12, and that might be tied for 5th there for Robards after that. Okay, well, that's the way it goes. The dice can be dice. 26 is, oh boy, bunker 1 plus the little exclamation mark. Green 2, is he sandy? No. Moderate, but it's going to become a difficult. So a difficult putt for par for Newt Washburn here at 16. He does make that. So a good back 9 so far, minus 2. And now Justin Wallace, one of your leaders, playing the 16th. He's going to take control. Can he get a champion roll here? 3, 3, 6. Laser or dynamic, neither of those. Right now, Wallace is semi hot, so he's not close. This will be easy birdie putt. So 1 to 4, he'll take sole possession of the lead. 1 to 4, this is an easy birdie, and I missed the stupid thing. So we're gonna roll it again. I'm not gonna tell you what was on it. 1 to 4, and it's in. That was exactly the same that was on it on the floor there, but it's a 2. That's a birdie. Wallace takes the lead with 2 to play. Greer Copeland. Okay, 2, 3, 4. Semi-dynamic, no dot. That would have been a birdie putt. Instead, he's going to go to Icon. Or it's going to be experience. He's not a prospect, so he gets an easy birdie here on his own anyway because he's an Icon. He misses it. Give me par. He makes that. So a par for Copeland. You know what I can do here. Give me 1 second. I know Wallace has not won this year, so I'm going to let's see. Justin Wallace. $43 old by my so he had 2 wins in 2020. This would be his first this year. So this is a guy, he won $6 million last year. So he's coming on. And let's see what happens here as we close out. So Kamalo playing the 18th. It's funny. I kind of expected Justin Wallace to be better in the early years of this tour, and he never really showed up. And then all of a sudden, he started winning tournaments. So, okay, Kamalo 45 is Golf Cam course. Green 1. Not cordial. Is he laser? No. Okay, clutch putt for par. He needs a 1 or a 2, or he's going to get a red chip. Oh, and he gets a blue chip and a par. Ernest, I don't know. It hasn't been his day, but all in all, I think, I think this is most likely the first time I've had him on a broadcast. So it's kind of, you get these guys that if it were real life and it were a real quote-unquote first time, that was exactly what they would say. So this is going to be a par for Yun Lee Song. I'm not going to bother giving him a chip. It'd be like, oh, well, he learned a lot here in this first time under the lights, all of the typical cliches. Okay, Parker Melton on 18. Take control. 125 on a par 4. It's not a bomber, not a hacker. Golf Cam green. 2. Easy putt for par. He might as well make it gimme. He's not winning this thing. Had a double on 17, but that's going to be a par. And even par 71, he was 31 on the front, 40 on the back. So 9-shot swing. Looked like he was going to be the hero today. But it just all the wheels came off on this one. So now Justin Wallace will take the T17. Does not have chips. Just if he could par, he walks away with the trophy and his first victory in 2021. Patient par, there's a chip and a par to go into 18 with a chance to ice it. Newt Washburn. Special result for Newt Washroom. Special result roll. Par 5 chart. 56. Lost ball, 5-minute search. Decide or die. Bullet found. Green and 4. Difficult putt for par. Well, that's... we use one of these chips. Let's see, does he have 2 more? Yeah, we'll use one of them to make it moderate. Moderate par. And it's good enough. Okay, now Greer. Greer Copeland the third. 2, 3, 4. It's not a direct green. He's not gilded. Is he dynamic? No, the Decide or Die doesn't get that again. So it's going to be Golf Cam green 4. Is it friendly? We need to re-roll. No, it's not. So it's going to end up with a clutch par putt for Greer. Semi-gold, and he makes it. So par, and we're going to play 18. And let's see. Let's do it the way I've done it here. I did it last time. I'll probably do it from now on just because it's relatively straightforward here. Once you get down to this. All right, so we got Washburn, Wallace, and Copeland the third. Red, brown, and yellow. so brown, red, yellow. Gotta say yellow. All right, so it's gonna be Wallace first here on the 18th to hit. We'll play this more of a straight up like we would the finishing hole with 3 guys playing together. So Justin Wallace. Could have taken control of that, but anyway, 45 is Golf Cam Course. Green 1, cordial no, laser no. It's going to be a clutch putt for par. Now, that's a little dicey. I should have probably thought about using that blue chip, or he should have thought about it, let's say. But, well, let's see what happens. Who would be next? I got to look at over here. It's going to be Newt Washburn. .35, that's also Golf Cam Course, a green 3, cordial no, daunting no. It's going to be a clutch putt for par for Newt as well. And now, Copeland the third. And it's a 5, so 56, rough and 1, green 3. Semi-workman, no doubt. He gets away with that. It's going to be an easy putt for par, so we will do the par putts first. The easy will go first. That'll be Greer, and he'll make it gimme. Gimme par for Greer Copeland, and he holds it out. And then the first to play is going to be Washburn, because usually in these tournaments you have the guy who is the main attraction, and Newt will use the blue chip to make it 1 to 5. Actually, it's just as high as he can go is 1 to 5, and he makes it. So that's going to be a par for Newt, and he's going to finish minus 14. Didn't mention Copeland finishes minus 12. So now it's all down to Justin Wallace. He is a neutral putter, but he has a chip. He can make it gold 1 to 5 for him to win the 2021 Tinseltown Open. It's in! Oh, we had so many of those green 6s earlier, I was like dreading it. Justin Wallace is your victor today here at Riviera with a par at 18, parred 17 and 18. 1 bogey on his round on the third. Other than that, a very strong 4 under par, 67 to get on the winners list this year. So Wallace, good second place from Magallanes and McAdams. They both had to come from a long way back, as did Wallace to an extent. Somehow, well, not quite as far back, but yeah, I think Washburn had a 2-shot lead going into this. So, in any regard, that's that. Hadwin, yeah. So anyway, yeah, I'm not going to spend much more time here because yeah, what are we on time wise? Almost 2 hours, is that what it says? That's what it looks like. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, those of you who hung in there. Yeah, appreciate your feedback. Again, just, you know, we have to focus on our own ups and downs, and you know, we all get into times of being complacent or feeling a little humdrum, but that's all right. Just have to find a way to recharge and find out what makes you happy. Anyway, thanks a lot. Well, glad you. Yeah, Jason, Rob, Brandon. Let's see who else stopped in, dropped in, rolled in, stopped, drop, highlight. Up near the top, there's Spirit. Mark Russell was the very first one to comment. I don't. He's probably not still around, but yeah, maybe I may have to make a video here this week with a little more information. But Justin Wallace here is the winner at Riviera. The next tournament. Let's real quick. Let's real quick switch over to here and. Oops. That's probably not going to be too helpful. Let's do this right quick. Where's the schedule? Season schedule. Copperhead, we moved to Florida. So we've done our West Coast swing. You notice we don't have any Torrey Pines. I don't really necessarily find that course to be particularly interesting, but maybe next year I'll bring it back. We'll see. But trying to think what else. There's the Celebrity Classic. We started out with that at PGA West. There might be another one that can often be in the early part of the season that I didn't do. But anyway, we moved to Florida, and we got quite a ways to go until we get to our first major at Augusta. In a couple of weeks, we do have the Sawgrass Championship, which is sort of a kind of major. So anyway, yep. Hey, hang in there. Play tennis. Share my Excel. Oh boy. Let me think about that. I'll get back to you guys about that. I did buy the Play Tennis, and again, that's another one that's on the. I ought to play it one of these days, and I don't know. It's tough to find the time. Anyway, take care. Have a great day. Happy Easter, you all. Probably won't be doing any more videos before Sunday or even before Monday. So yeah, just enjoy your day. Hang in there. We'll see you soon back here on Tenacious Sports.